Okay guys, just a little update here. So I decided to take out my oregano from the pot that I had it in and my sage and put it in this big concrete pot that I have here. Right, so this is actually right under a tree that I have, which is right outside my garden. So I decided that I'll put these herbs in this concrete pot instead. So guys, I just wanted to show you bottom water on my seedlings. So you just put it in a tray and you fill it up. In my case, I do give it a little bit of fish fertilizer. And this is how you bottom water your seedlings. So what I'm going to do here, these are 2 cucumber plants that I have here. I'm going to transplant them now into the ground. Okay, so let's get ready to transplant our cucumber. We have a little friend watching us here. Can you see that? See if I can zoom in. Show you our little friend. Let's come up. There you go. We have a little friend. He's watching to see what we're doing. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. Just got distracted. I have this book was in the way. There you go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to transplant our cucumbers in the back here, right? What? I just saw some turmeric here. Oh, look at that. We have some turmeric here. Right. Oh, we'll harvest that. Okay, so we're going to dig a hole here for one of the cucumbers. And we're going to dig a hole here for the other cucumber. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some compost in these holes here. Just going to put some compost. Right. Should have gone down a little deeper. All right. I'm also going to put some bone meal in it and some granular plant food. Okay. Some granular plant food here. This one is practically finished. Just empty that out. Put a little bit in this one. And then we're just going to mix it in. All right, now let's take out our cucumber seedlings. Let's put this one in. Let's put this one in the back. I'm actually going to use the compost to help cover this up. I didn't go down as deep as I should have. Oops, I just hit my hooker. What is this sticking out here? This might be, what is this? Okay. It's a piece of turmeric. Yep, so another piece of turmeric down here. Alright, so let's put in the other one over here. Kind of make a hole for it. Right. So there you have it, folks. We have just transplanted our 2 cucumber seedlings. Okay guys, so I'm going to be transplanting my Chinese cabbages into the ground now. Alright, so there you have it, folks. Our Chinese cabbage is in the ground. So what I'm going to do now is cover it with some insect netting. So this is how I protected my Chinese cabbage. I put some insect netting and covered it down. I'm now going to water everything in. Hi guys, I just wanted to share something with you. So I bought some pots to put my flowers in, and I had this flower, which was a zinnia, in this pot. But I noticed that the leaves were yellowing and dying. Let's see here. And glare from the sun. See that? And I was saying, but why is it dying? Why is it yellowing and turning brown and dying? So something told me, you know what? Take the plant out of the pot, put it directly into the ground. See if that saves the plant. In doing that, as I took it out, I saw that the plant was sitting in water. The roots were sitting in water. Which I realized that was the problem, why the leaves, why it was dying. When I looked here now at the bottom, the flower pot did not have the drainage holes punched through already. Now, I did not know that. Obviously, I assumed that the flower pot already had its drainage holes. I never thought of looking under the pot. In turning out the plant, I saw a whole set of water. Even the soil was smelling rank because obviously it was sitting in water with no oxygen. And lo and behold, to my horror, I noticed that the drainage holes were not punched. So I'm just sharing this video with you guys so that if you buy flower pots, don't assume that they already have their drainage holes. Look under them first so you can put in drainage holes and save your plants. So guys, I just wanted to show you what it is I saw when I bought my pot. And that's why I did not know that the drainage holes, that it did not have drainage holes. So this is how the pot had looked. Well, it had soil in it, so it's clogged now. But all I saw was this black bottom piece here. And of course I assumed that the bottom had the drainage holes punched in already. So I never had the presence of mind to flip over the pot to look underneath. You know, I just saw the black thing there and I assumed that they had drainage holes. But as I showed you guys, it did not have drainage holes, so always check the bottom of your pots to make sure that the drainage holes were made. Guys, this morning when I came into my garden, this tomato plant looked okay. I stepped out and I came back, and as I looked through my window, I noticed that the plant is wilted. This is the second tomato plant that this has happened. The first one that I had here, it was good one morning, and then the evening time I noticed it was wilted. I had to uproot it. I put another one in its place, and the next day the other one was also wilted. And now I'm seeing this one is wilted. So I don't know what's going on, why this is happening. I don't know if it's some soil-borne disease, wilt disease that is taking place here, but it's very disheartening. Again, guys, a few days ago, I noticed that my cucumber plant that I had here had the same sort of wilt from the base here, which I'm also seeing that's happening to that tomato plant there that is wilted. It's like shriveled up right there. It happened to, I had a cucumber plant that happened to. I took it out, I replaced it with this cucumber, and again in a couple days time, the same thing has happened again. You see that? It has shriveled up right there. So something, I don't know if it's something in the soil, but something is affecting the plants. So guys, I have an orange seed here that I want to try to germinate. So what I'm going to do is peel this outer layer of the orange seed. So when you look here, you see it has like a, right here, it has a point here. I'm going to take my nail and stick it in that point. I'm going to peel this outer layer off, and this is going to help it to germinate faster by removing this. Okay. Right, so I got the outer shell off. Now there's also a skin, a very thin skin that is on it. I'm going to try to take that skin off as well. Now because I'm trying to film at the same time, I can't bring it close for me to see. So there's this skin here that I'm trying to get my nail. There you go, I got a piece. Oh, I see I have to be careful that I don't damage the orange seed itself. See if you can get this to peel down. Come on. Oh, I did break a piece of the orange seed. Alright, so guys, you don't want to do that. I'm going to still try to put it in soil and see if it will germinate. I do have another one that I did, but basically just be careful. I'm still going to try to germinate this one, but that's it. That's the idea. You peel the outer hard skin, and then you peel off the thinner one. And in my case, most people put it in a paper towel and spritz it and put it in a plastic bag to let it sprout. But I'm going to direct sow into the soil, and I'll keep you guys posted. Okay guys, so I have my orange seeds here that I'm going to try to germinate. So this seed, I don't think this one will germinate, but I will still put it in. Alright, so we're just going to push it down, push it down, push it down. Alright, now we're going to cover it over, press it down. Cover it over, press it down, cover it over. Good. So I'm just going to label it now, and we're going to give it a nice little watering. And I'll keep you guys posted if it does germinate. So guys, I'm also going to try to germinate these 2 avocado seeds. All right, so I'll keep you guys posted as to the progress. I'm just going to water these in now. Okay guys, so I have some radish seeds here that I've decided I'm going to plant in between my bush beans. Okay, so I made a tag, so those radishes. So I'm just going to make a little trench here. And I'm going to put these radish seeds down. See if I could make it a little neat. And hopefully they come up. You know what? Why not make 2 trenches? Instead of making 1, let's make 2. So I'm going to put a set here. I'm going to put another one here. Oh, I think I'm going a little too deep. Putting a little too much pressure. All right. Stick this here. So let's put down these seeds before they become too old. Right. So there you have it, folks. I've put down these seeds. Just gonna lightly cover it. Actually, I wonder if I should, yeah, okay, I'll just slightly cover it. I'm thinking, should I cover it over with this? Or should I put a dusting of some potting soil that I have? All right, we'll just leave it as this. I'm just gonna lightly cover it over with this. Yeah, like that. All right. Break up this piece. Break up that piece. All right, and now I'm just going to press it down with my shovel here. All right, and now I'm going to water it in. I'm using rainwater to water it in. Nice, good soaking. This soil is going to drain well, right? Some in the middle for good measure. All right, so we will wait patiently and see if these radishes will germinate. So let's do a little garden update. These are the seedlings that I have. I have some seasoning peppers here. These are Chinese cabbages that I have here. These are some tomatoes. Again, Chinese cabbage, seasoning pepper, tomatoes. This one in the back here is a bird pepper. These are cucumbers here. These are cucumbers here. This is a zinnia. And these are also seasoning peppers. This pepper I have here, this is a bird pepper. Here I have ginger growing in this pot here. And this is a 2 butternut squash plants that I have in this pot, and I have trained one of them to go up this trellis here, or what I call my food wall. Unfortunately, the flowers are not cooperating with each other. So when a male flower opens, there's no female flower. Now when there's a female flower that opens, there's no male flowers. So this is another butternut squash that I have in that pot there. This is a bell pepper here. These here are my tomatoes, as you see here. This is another pepper plant in this pot. This is another squash that I have here. These are some tomatoes that I have here as well. This is my avocado plant. I have another pepper plant here. I can't remember what pepper that is though. Now let me show you maybe on top here. On top here I have arugula and some lettuce. Here I have my seasoning pepper plant. Seasoning pepper. This is shallow belly. I'm going to take this out and put it in the ground now. This is some old arugula that I have here still. This is my zinnia. So one zinnia I have in a pot, and this is the other zinnia that I have in the ground. So these are my two zinnias here. This is the tomatoes here, the tomato patch, if you will. I have a pepper plant going in this pot here. So these are the tomatoes. They have some of bigger sizes, smaller sizes. This is my cucumber, and I put a zinnia in here as well. Let's try to give this some support. Alright, so I have a zinnia and a cucumber growing together here. Here's my Chinese cabbage patch. I have it under insect netting to protect it from leaf miners. Here's my marigold. I have another pepper plant there. This is a basil. These are my bush beans. I just put down some seeds for radishes here. These are some bush beans. They did not do well in germinating, but I still decided to put it in the ground. Here I have another pepper plant. I have two okras that I have here. I don't know if they will catch themselves and do well. When I got it from the nursery, they were as long as this and lanky. So I guess the nursery had it for a while. Well, let's see if it will grow nicely. Underneath here I have sweet basil and bell peppers that are growing underneath here. So that's a bell pepper there. This thing is full of aphids and these red ants. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to try to spray some more neem on it. I just can't seem to get the aphids and the red ants away. I have another bell pepper growing here. In this pot I have lemongrass. This is another cucumber that I have here. I'm going to have to train it because I see it's trying to hook on to this rod here. We don't want that. We want it to hook here and to run up here. Here I have some long beans. This is another okra that I have here, and this is a tomato that I have here. So that is a overview, guys, of the garden as of right now. So guys, I had put some bell pepper seeds in this pot here to germinate. I had cut up the bell pepper to use, and I decided, you know what, let me just throw these seeds in this pot, cover it over and see what happens. Well, I got up this morning to see that, as you can see, many of them have germinated, so I'm so happy about that. Hey guys, I wanted to share a garden label hack with you guys. You know, when you're germinating seeds, you always need to label it so you know what you're germinating. And if you want to do a DIY label, I just wanted to share that with you. So if you have an old yogurt container like this, let's see if I can get this right. If you have an old yogurt container, what you can do is actually cut this. Now this has a rim here. This rim is pretty hard, so we want to see if we can. I don't want to damage my scissors. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a knife and I'm going to paste here so that I can cut around this, because this is hard, so we need to cut this off. Okay, so I'm going to take this knife here and stick it through here. Okay, now we're going to take the scissors and we'll cut off the rim. Okay, so now what we're going to do is cut down. I'm going to cut strips straight going down. Okay, so we're going to go measure it, cut strips, and you want to keep it straight, okay? So we're going to be cutting strips like this all around this container. I'll be back. Okay, so now that we have cut the strips all the way down, we have to cut off the bottom. So we're just going to go around and cut like this. So we cut them. Just go around in a circle. All right, so now we have strips like this, and we can leave it like this. You can, what I will do is put Scotch tape here, like not the whole thing, just like this end, and then I'll write on it with a Sharpie marker. The reason why I do the Scotch tape is that when I want to do another label, I just peel it off and I put another piece of Scotch tape and then I write the name on it. So you can leave it just like this and you just stick it in your cells, you know, that you're germinating. Or what you can do, which I will do, is at the end here, I'm just going to put a little triangle. So I'm just going to cut it here. This is optional. You don't have to do this. But if you do it, then it will more resemble those labels that you buy. See that? So you can just do like that. And there you have it, folks, our DIY garden labels.